Are you thinking about starting a residential group home? Well, if that's you, you want to watch this video to the end before you start investing money into that.
Welcome to the Wealth Legacy Movement, the space where we help you build your wealth legacy through entrepreneurship, side hustles, high-paying jobs, and real estate ownership.
Hey wealth builders, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about a crucial topic for anyone considering, starting a residential group home. If you've been thinking about it and you already start diving into it, I want you to put a hold on that and let's have a quick chat about some of the things that you have to come up with, meaning the requirements before you get into it. And for a lot of persons, they're paying these big bucks for persons to help them to get it started, but be careful with that. Watch this video before you dive deeply into that, because our channel is all about helping you start building your wealth legacy, and some of the things that we talked about are side hustles and entrepreneurship. Because of that, this topic, this industry has become so hot and a lot of persons are diving into it. And this is why I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a video on that. And the truth is, 2 years ago, I was thinking about getting into that market, but there was so many moving parts. And I said, you know what, I'm going to leave it alone. But I've been, digging into it just the same, trying to get all the information to get started. So because I live in Georgia, the state that you're in, you want to do the research in that area. So if you're in Georgia or any other state where you want to start that residential group home in Georgia, you want to be mindful of these requirements. No. So I'm going to be touching on 3 of the requirements that are needed or that are necessary for you to be able to even put in a letter of intent for them to say, hey, yes, you're good, send in your application. So the first one, number 1, is the accreditation. You need to get accreditation from one of 4 or 3 companies that will give you the accreditation for 3 years, the prior 3 years. But my question is, how are you going to get that accreditation for 3 years when you're just starting out, right? You're not an existing business looking to expand. You are actually a new business. And therefore, because of that, you're not going to be able to get that 3 years accreditation from those companies. Like, how are you going to do that? So that's my reason, number 1, that you need to reconsider this or do your research. That's all I'm going to say to you. Do your research before you actually start spending money to get this started when it's not going to work for you. So the second reason that you need to reconsider this is that one of the requirements is that you must show them that you've filed your tax return and audited financial for at least 2 years. But if you're just starting out, how is it that you're going to have that 2 years tax return on your business? Like, I'm not getting it. It's not that your personal tax return that you're filing that you have to file every year, but it's the business tax return. How is it that you're going to have that previous 2 years when you're just starting out? Like, I'm not getting it. So because of that second reason, I'm thinking that you must reconsider. The third reason is you have to show them the prior 6 months of bank statement for your business. Again, how is it that you're gonna get that when you're just starting out? Like, I'm not getting it. There is no alignment. If you're new, you are not going to be able to have the accreditation for 3 years. You're not going to have the tax return for 2 years. And you're not going to have the business bank statement for 6 months, the prior 6 months. Because you're new, you're just starting out, and therefore you're not going to be able to get those things. So my question to you is, how are you going to get it? How are you going to go around that, right? And so I am saying to you that you need to dig deeper into it. You probably need to call, talk to somebody, and find out how are you going to do this, right? And because, like for me, I said 2 years ago we considered this, and again we started considering it over the last couple of weeks. What I did when I saw that, I sent an email to them and I've not gotten a response yet. So, what I'll do, if I get a response from them, then I will also share that with you. All right. But again, make sure that you're doing your research, make sure that you're finding out about these requirements to see that it is something that is possible for you. You're able to get them before you start investing money in it, because it's not cheap to start these residential group homes. It's not cheap, right? And so before you jump headfirst into starting a residential group home, make sure you've thoroughly considered these requirements. It's not enough to just, have good intentions and to have passion about helping others. You need to be prepared to meet these rigorous standards set forth by the regulatory bodies, right? So make sure again that you're considering this. You're going to be spending the money on getting it up and running, only to find out that you're not going to get a license. I hope you've gotten some value from this video. Let me know in the chat if you are actually considering starting a residential group home. Let me know in the chat, and what's the reason behind you wanting to start a group home? Is it the money? Because there's a lot of money to be made from starting one of those group homes. What is the reason for you, right? Let me know in the chat. Okay? Again, thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more income generating tips and strategies, business startup ideas, side hustles, and high paying job kind of videos. We do that to help you to start building your wealth legacy. Until next time, wealth builders, keep building wealth. I'll talk to you soon.